Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethlehem and I sew and make music, which is the song you're hearing now. Today I'm going to be making a tree skirt and a matching peasant collar to go with it. And if you want to learn how to make something like this, keep watching. So this is my Christmas tree now, and I have just this round tablecloth as a terrible tree skirt right now that I don't love. So I thought I would use some gingham that I have and some sequins that I have as well and just come up with something and try and do kind of like a vintage inspired tree skirt. So I thought I'd use the red for the bows and use this round tablecloth kind of as a makeshift pattern, and then I'd cut the middle out. So here I am doing that, just using it as a pattern. If you want to make a tree skirt, I promise you, it is so easy. Just make a circle and then cut it out. And then you'll want to cut the center of it out. Now, I decided I was going to make a matching peasant collar kind of tree skirt collar so I can match my tree. So there's kind of two projects for the price of one in this video. I hope you like it. It turned out so cute. You have to wait to the end just to see it, if you didn't already see it in the preview. But here I am. I'm just kind of drafting it up. Now, guys, I freestyle. I'm a freestyler. I like to freestyle my patterns just because I like to have fun and it's very creative. And listen, guys, it's pretty low stakes. Like, just unless you spend $100 on fabric, then that's not low stakes, and you might not want to be a little less creative. Don't take my advice. Anyways, I decided it was a little too long here, so I just kind of kept going. I really, really was sold on these scalloped edges. I almost thought maybe I shouldn't do them, but they were just so adorable, and I really wanted to match my tree skirt, so I thought, let's give it a go. Now, this is going to be my lining. This is going to make it easier for when I flip the peasant collar inside out, because those curves are going to be kind of hard to get super round, but we can do it. And then I decided the tree skirt itself was too long as well, so I cut that down and did a few less scallops because it was going to be pretty crowded with all the bows. Now, let me tell you, the bows, least favorite part. I'd say, like, if you have ribbon in your house, do that instead of whatever the F I did. It was not a fun experience. This took me days, literally. I put it off. I thought for a minute, maybe I'm never going to finish this project because it was so god awful. Just to flip these, and well, I started flipping them and then I decided that ain't gonna work, flipping them inside out, but now then I just did one corner over.
It is days later. This project has been taking me a super long time. I have finished the squares for the actual bow part, and now I'm just working on the legs for all the other bows. Christmas tree cape. It's really just kind of like a peasant collar, so I would say like Christmas tree collar. Actual Christmas tree skirt. Now, I'm trying to figure out with the collar, I'm trying to think. A part of me feels like a bow on every corner might be too much. I haven't decided. That looks really good, cute and good to me. But if I were to do one on every corner, it just looks like a lot on the floor, and I think I like to be able to see the humps here. I kind of want to put it on and see what looks best. These are just taking a super long time. It's honestly not my best work, but it's a Christmas decoration and Christmas outfit for one part of the year. I have finished sewing all the squares and the legs. I'm just putting them together now. I've just been putting them around and then sewing them like this. Then I think I'm gonna hand sew them. I'm probably not gonna hand sew them. I'm so close to being done. This is what we're looking at. I think this would honestly make a pretty cute skirt. I'm still feeling pretty good about the sparse ribbons, but I'm gonna sew on it like this, and then I'm gonna put it on and see what I like better and see if I wanna add some more bows on the inside there. I just wanted to show what I'm doing when it comes to the squares. I've been folding them like this, 3 sections, and then sewing it straight down the middle, and I can do that with my machine. My machine can handle it. And then I grab an extra little sewn piece here. It's kind of nice. You can give it a little fluff and it turns into this really cute bow wrap around piece like that, and I sew it right here. Listen, we're not going for perfection here. Then I grab 2 of the legs and I put them together. I try to make sure that the angle goes out, it all together. Try not to get the bow in there. I cut the excess off, and there we have it. A cute little bow.
I wanted to do one at a time. A cute little editing thing here, so please put a comment down below if you liked that.
I finally finished my bows for the big tree skirt, which is fantastic. I found a way that was quicker and that I felt okay with, that I'm changing to green so that I can sew the sequins onto both the collar and the tree skirt. I would be lying if I said I'm a little worried about it because sewing sequins is not super fun for me because I just always run over the sequins and it always looks fine from afar, but I don't know. They're kind of squirrely. I've balled up my sequins. I've got my tree skirt and I'm going to time lapse this process. Forgot to mention, I'm gonna go in with a straight stitch. Just feel like that's always the best and easiest. I'm gonna try not to miss a sequin because that's the worst. So this has maybe never happened in my life. Maybe once. Has the ball ever fallen off my sewing pins? And that's like sharp. I don't know, that's just so crazy.
Here we go. The sequins are going on. This was not fun. At all.
Wow, I hated every second of that. But it is sewed on. It is not bad. Honestly, I was like picking it up and it would be so cute as a skirt. Let me just show you. Tell me this would not be the cutest skirt. The way it's cut on the bias, so it kind of like folds down. Now I'm going to serge the bottom edges of this in white. First I'm going to sew the sequins onto my collar.
So I sewed them on and then I decided to serge the edges of that tree skirt. So that's what I did there.
That was kind of a disaster actually, because going around those, my serger just didn't like it, and I realized that I had to do easier curves instead of really pointed curves, or else it turned out kind of like this. I'm gonna let it slide because this is just like my own fun home project. But on anything else, like if I were to be wearing something like this, I would definitely go back and fix that and might even just do it again. Look how cute this would be as a skirt. Like go ice skating in this. That's so cute. Now I'm going to sew some of the bows on to this. I'm looking in the mirror right now and I'm gagged. I'm gagged. I don't want to show you quite yet because I just kind of want to finish it and then show you. But I think I'm going to do some bias tape around the neck at the end so that I can tie it together. I think that's going to be the last step. But this is so cute. I actually should.
The bows are finally going on.
Just gone in and pinned the outside layer to my inside layer here, and then I'm just gonna go in and sew it up. But I'm gonna do enough around the corners to cut because it is gonna be tough to get this perfectly rounded. It's gonna take some finessing when I flip it inside out.
Here I am just pinning the bows to the tree skirt and then sewing them on. And then here I was finally sewing the interfacing to the outside portion of my collar. Here I am just pressing it inside out, ironing it.
Everything is ironed. I think it's so cute. The last thing I need to do is add my bias tape and then it's done. I might do a little button right here.
I actually hate attaching bias tape, but this was not bad at all. I think because it's vintage bias tape and so it was like had such a hard crease on it and it was so thin. I don't know, I just enjoyed putting this bias tape on. Plus the color of it was so nice, but here I am adding the button to the top and then it will be done. Now, I had this Marge Simpson wig. Okay, hear me out, hear me out. Don't ask me why I got a Marge Simpson wig, but if you know me, you probably won't be surprised. But I figured, dude, I should just cut this thing down and see if I can make a Christmas tree wig out of it. And dude, it worked. Like, I shocked myself because as you can see on my counter there, I have a hair bag. I have a bag of hair just for projects like this. And I really love how this turned out. Now it's kind of a trust the process type situation, but once we get to the end result, I think you're really gonna dig what was going on here. Yo, yeah, I hit it with a little dry shampoo because it was really yellow. And then I think we're ready for our final reveal.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party up. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple wants to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs.
If you liked that video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me on all social media platforms, and go stream my music. Okay, see you next time.
Dancing merrily in